All right, namaste, Facebook Live, Instagram Live. So happy to see you guys on here. Okay, let's see. This is a new program that I'm working on Facebook Live. So when you guys jump into the comments, let me know you're there so I can tune in to see all the comments and everything that's happening. For those of you on Instagram, hello, hello. I am so happy to announce that we have just opened registration. Now, this is a brand new product. I have never launched this before. This is a special 5-week Foundations of Yoga for Mental Health program. So the way that this came about, and I'm so psyched, let me actually put into the comments there for you guys on Facebook, and then I'll pin the URL for you guys in Instagram. The way that this came about is, as you know, I launched my Yoga Psyche Soul program about twice a year, and it's a 6-month online program. Oh, yay. Hi, Louise. Okay, good. It's working. I can see the comments on Facebook. That's awesome. Okay, so yoga, Foundations of Yoga for Mental Health. This is a concise, condensed version of Yoga Psyche Soul. For those of you who it's too much to commit for a 6-month program, it's too much money, or it's too much time, I really created this so that you guys could have something that's much, much, much more accessible. So I'm going to put this post right now. Let's see, I'll put it in here. The link for you guys to go check out, because this course is only open for, until the 31st. So it's only open for 2 more days. So, Foundations of Yoga for Mental Health essentially is module 1 of my Yoga Psyche Soul training. And it's a self-study course. It's totally self-paced. You have lifetime access to the content, which I think is super important because, as you know, this content is very deep. It's personal work as well. So it's really important that you guys can come back and reconnect with it and revisit the material. I'm just going to put the link in here for you guys on Instagram, Foundations of Yoga for Mental Health. So doors close on the 31st, which is in 2 days, and correct. I think I have that correct. I'm going to pin that for you guys over here on Instagram. Trying to do this simultaneous. Thank you guys for your patience. Hang in there. Okay, we're back. So this is very deep work. It is personal work. And what I want to break down for you is this is a really unique program. I am so proud of this content. This is content that I have poured my heart and soul into for the last 4 years. Again, essentially this Foundations of Yoga for Mental Health is module 1 of Yoga Psyche Soul, which is the Foundations of Yoga Psychology. And so you're going to get all of this material. This is the manual that you get in Yoga Psyche Soul. For Foundations of Yoga for Mental Health, you will have this in an online format. So I'm just going to go through. I'm going to pull up the table of contents here so you can see this content that we dive into. Basically, this is a very deep dive exploration of the nature of psyche from the Western perspective, understanding psychology, understanding the conscious mind, the unconscious mind, the subconscious mind, understanding shadow. Shadow work is a huge piece of my work. It's a huge piece of this curriculum. It's very, very important. I'm actually so psyched because I will say this week, one of my very best friends, Sean Korn, is launching her book, which I will be sending out an email this week with an interview that we did. So definitely get on my email list, ashleyturner.co. But Sean actually really introduced me to shadow work in a lot of ways because she introduced me to her teacher, Mona Miller. And Mona was my therapist and her therapist for many years. And she has a whole chapter on Mona in the book. And Mona taught me how to not be ashamed of aspects of myself that are challenging. You know, to be honest with you, and you guys know that I, am super transparent as a teacher. I've been going through a lot lately. I have been in a challenging time. I just had a very challenging, moment today. I've been dealing with some personal issues and medical issues and nothing serious, but it's a lot. And it's a lot to handle that while you're also an entrepreneur and while you're generating energy for a launch. And so I had to work with myself today, and I'm just going to give you a little therapizing of the tools that you're going to learn in Yoga for Mental Health, is how you can reframe your narrative, how you can flip the script. And in the moment of challenge, when I wanted to go into shame today and be like, I should do this, I should do that, I should get up and, do this work and go do that, instead I was able to be very compassionate with myself and very forgiving with myself and very understanding. One of Mona's big tools was moving from judgment to understanding. And that is one of the pillars of Yoga for Mental Health. Why do we experience depression? Why do we experience anxiety? Of course, these are the two biggest challenges that most people would claim. Depression is a imbalance. It's a mind trap of the past. Depression is we're sad, we're angry, things didn't turn out the way we wanted to, we're disappointed, and we're mulling over that, and maybe we're in grief, or we're just experiencing, a sensitive moment. But when we're depressed, that's an emotion of the past. Anxiety is an emotion of the future. Anxiety is worry, it's fear, it's insecurity, it's anxiety about something that might happen. The way that Yoga for Mental Health is so liberating, and we know that in yoga, the aim of yoga is moksha. The aim of yoga is jiva mukti. Jiva means the individual soul, and mukti means freedom, liberation. Liberation for that individual soul. How do we lift ourselves out of depression, of anxiety, of fear-based thoughts? We have practices across the board. Mantra, mudra, pranayam, kula, jnana yoga, philosophy, getting into deep dives with your community. All of this you're going to get in Foundations of Yoga for Mental Health. So we go into a very deep dive and exploration of psychology from the yoga perspective, as well as that shadow work and psychological tools from the Western perspective. You're also going to get a big introduction to Ayurveda, so you can understand and assess for yourself, for your clients, for your students, for your family, for your children, what is this person's constitution? What are their doshas? What are they working with? If you have someone who has a more kapha dosha, they might tend towards depression. They might tend towards lethargy. It might be harder to get them motivated and activated and burning through and clearing out stagnant energy or heavy emotions, right? You might have someone that's very vata. Vata is the air and the ether element, and so they're going to be moving very fast, and it's more difficult for them to be grounded. Vata tends towards anxiety, towards quick moving, towards an inability to settle, an inability to stay centered and poised. So all of this you're going to get in the Foundations of Yoga for Mental Health. You're also going to get so it's a 5-week online course. So you will get each Monday of the course, you're going to get a new set of lessons, and this is, again, self-paced. This is lifetime access, so you can access this in your own time and way. A new sadhana practice. Now, these are filmed in my live training, and I cannot emphasize enough the power of the live transmission. When I'm teaching as in the group in our live training, which we actually start on Monday, our next module for meditation, mindfulness, and neuroscience. When I'm teaching live, I am able to really channel, actually. It's like the Pisces moon in me, so I can really channel and pull through things that otherwise don't come through when we're just sitting in front of a camera speaking straight to camera. It's a very different Shakti. It's a very different transmission and energy and power that pours through me when I'm teaching to a room full of people. So every single Monday, you're going to get a sadhana practice that I have fully channeled in class. That's about an hour to 60 to 90 minutes. You're also going to get an asana practice, which is a 2 to 3 hour asana practice. Now, this course, Foundations of Yoga for Mental Health, is oriented around the koshas. So there are 5 layers of self. The physical layer, Annamaya Kosha, the pranic layer, Pranamaya Kosha, the mental, emotional, psyche, persona, personality, that's Manomaya Kosha, Then we have a very interesting kosha called Vijnana Maya Kosha, which is our wisdom mind. So how do we move out of that personality, mental, emotional stuff into wisdom mind, the bodhisattva nature, the buddhi, the wisdom mind. And then finally, the fifth layer is our spiritual core essence. So each week we focus on one of these koshas, and you have a very in-depth asana practice, a 2 to 3 hour asana practice that is weaving you into that kosha and really helping you to have an embodied experience of what that psychology is. So I cannot emphasize enough the power of the live classes that you're going to get in this training. So this, like I said, is it's a very short window to sign up for this. It's closing in 2 days on August 31st. Class starts on September 1st. You're going to be with a cohort of people from around the world. We have so many people from Australia signing up, Canada, of course, the United States, Europe. This is only $497 for $197. With a payment plan, you can get started for as low as $166. And this is that window, this is that foundational layer for Yoga Psyche Soul. So I really want to encourage those of you who feel like it's too much to do a 6-month course, or it's too much of an investment financially or energetically or time-wise. This is the answer for you. That's why I created it, because I've really been listening to you guys and hearing that need for something that's more condensed, more concise. So check it out. The link is right there. Yoga, Foundations of Yoga for Mental Health. You're also going to understand protocols for how to create practices and protocols and prescriptions for yoga for insomnia, depression, anxiety, confidence, anger, low self-esteem. All of these things are covered in here. Psychodynamics in the yoga room, psychodynamics, how we can use psychodynamics as an important tool as a facilitator. And there's also the opportunity to, I will be doing some live coaching with you guys as well, because I want to jump in there with you guys and do a bonus call. But check it out. It is only open for 2 more days. If you have any interest in psychology, maybe you did a BA, a bachelor program in psychology, and you never did anything with it and started yoga and realized that, oh, they're so related. Maybe you're considering going back to school and getting your master's in psychology. Maybe you are a yoga teacher that wants to add in more facilitation and psychological tools to your retreats, to your events, to make them more effective. Maybe you're a clinician, a psychology professional that wants to bring in more yoga, meditation, and breath work because you know it works. You've done it yourself. You see the effects, but you don't really know. You're not a yoga teacher. You're not certified, but you want to understand some tools, practical tools to bring into your clinical practice. This is the course for you. So you're not going to want to miss it. It's closing in 2 days. I will say a lot of other people who do this training are educators, elementary school teachers, graduate professors, people that are in human resources, in programs, organizational psychology, a lot of medical professionals. We have nurses, psychiatric nurses, physicians that are doing this so that they can really understand that mind-body connection from the yogic and the pranic perspective. And it's so helpful to have that additional orientation. So this is a great foundational program. It's very well reasonably priced. Check it out. Get started for only $166. Please DM me if you have any questions. Please, put a comment below in Facebook and Instagram. Tag someone if you think they might be interested. And so grateful to be here with you all. Can't wait to see you on the inside. And so much love on this Thursday. Namaste. Aho. Thank you all so much. Send me your questions. Send me your DM. I'll see you on the inside.